was that journey like? What was it like, first of all, working with a publisher, and then why did you decide to go self-published?
I like this story. So basically, I got published when I was 30, and it was really exciting, and I got a big advance, and I really felt at that time like, oh, you know, I've made it. This is it now. Now I've got a career as a writer. And my first book didn't do that well. It really didn't, and it didn't turn out as advanced. And looking back now, I can see why it didn't. You know, like the main character wasn't very likable. I hadn't really got it in a particular genre. People didn't really know what it was. You know, but anyway, so after that, I wrote the Ivy Lessons, which is the teacher-student book, and I did offer it to my publisher, and then they were going to take it, and then they weren't going to take it, and then they were, and I was so sort of indignant about it that I just put it up for self-publishing, really not expecting anything to happen, to be honest. I just felt so despondent and so like, oh, you know, I don't think they're going to take it now, and you know. And I really thought, oh, you know, at one point I'll look at that and I'll have to do some marketing or something, or do something. And then after about, I think it was a week, I looked and there were 2 5-star reviews, and I was like, oh my God, like people are reading it. I didn't do anything at all, nothing. I just put it on sale. And I felt really great. And then the next week there were 2 1-star reviews. and I nearly took it down because I was so embarrassed, and I so felt like, oh, this hasn't been validated by the industry, you know, this is just me being an idiot. And I really, really honestly nearly took it down. But I didn't, and it's probably sold about 200, 300 copies by then. And then within the next week or two, it was selling like, you know, 10,000 a week, something like that. And it was just amazing. And I always try and remember that, like, just at the point where I just felt so humiliated that I was going to give up. If I'd have stopped then, if I'd have given up and not carried on with it, it wouldn't have happened, you know. So after I'd seen that could happen, I was like, wow, this is, you know, this is wonderful. And self-publishing is really, really mega profitable because you keep, you know, all the money really. So yeah, I've got a publisher now for my crime books, and I self-publish as well. And they're both different sorts of journeys. It's a tricky one. It's nice having a publisher in lots of ways, and they work really hard, and it's really nice working with a team. I would say, broadly speaking, but it depends. You sort of tend to make more money from self-publishing. Broadly speaking, and people don't always think that. People think if you self-publish, you're not really doing it properly, you're not really that good, you know. But I'm not saying if I'm that good or not, but I can see it from the sales point of view. I would say the self-publishing side is like, you know, 5 times more profitable, and it's what I make a living on. So.